So I always wanted to make this series every time a controversial movie comes out, either when SJWs want to cancel it or when the movie has an SJW message or is affected by wokeness. Now I don't want to go and write down a 10-minute script, then record it, then edit it, so I'm just gonna free flow it onto this recording, record it in one take. So I watched Borat, the second movie, obviously. It's an easy 9 out of 10. It's hilarious, okay? And it got a ton of flack because one of the clips from the movie was taken out of context and created a fake news cycle where Rudy Giuliani seemingly put his hand down his pants when he encountered a 15-year-old, which is Borat's daughter. But in the movie, he only finds out that she is 15 after the skit ends. And not only that, the reason he put his hand down his pants is because she untucked his shirt and he tucks it back in. Now, I found this part of the movie the least funny part, and not because of my bias, but because usually Sacha Baron Cohen is super famous in all of the comedic movies he creates and in Who is America for slowly coaxing you into his ridiculous skit, making you agree to some of the things he says and to slowly expose you or make you look silly. And in this section of the movie, in the skit with Rudy Giuliani, it doesn't do any of it. It just jumps from 0 to 100 at the end, where it just walks in with women's lingerie. So it wasn't the skits that he was famous for, and that's why I think it was probably the least funny part of the movie. Now, he had a ton of funny parts, other funny parts where he made fun of conservatives, which were hilarious, okay? And you need to know how to laugh about yourself and to enjoy it and not to take yourself too seriously. The only problem I had with the movie is it didn't make fun of the left. There's a ton of reasons to make fun of the left. The entire movie, in fact, focuses on making fun of the right, of right-wing people, and there's only like 1 second or 2 seconds of liberal jokes of making fun of liberals when they're making fun of Justin Trudeau having blackface, and that's the only thing I think in the movie where they make fun of the left, sadly. Now, Borat, for those of you that didn't understand yet, is a super caricature of the worst characteristics in a human. He's misogynistic, he's racist, he's anti-Semitic, he's a terrible, terrible person. The movie was made that all the skits that he does, when he gets you to agree with him, he's essentially putting a mirror of you in front of your face so you know how bad you are. Because if you find yourself agreeing with not Sacha Baron Cohen, with Borat about the Jews, about women, not that they shouldn't drive, that their brain is smaller than a monkey, something like that, you're a horrible person. That's the entire idea. And it was great in the first movie where he made fun of everyone, okay? He even went in the original movie, he went to a meeting with 4 feminists. Now, mind you, this is second wave feminists, which are 100% less horrible than the current day feminists because they are genuinely about women's rights and gender equality. He still took the piss out of them because there's a lot of things that can make fun of them, even if they are not hypocritical like the current left is, which is why it's so weird that he chose to focus on conservatives. There's a ton of contradictions, an hilarious thing that you can poke fun of at the left. And Sacha Baron Cohen did none of it, okay? You literally have universities right now that are quote-unquote anti-racist but have segregated dorms. This is an easy dunk, a layup for him. He could do it easily, but he chose to ignore it. Which is the only thing I have against this movie. Because like I said, it's a 9 out of 10. It's hilarious. Okay? It even has a narrative, which is kind of fun, heartwarming, and again, hilarious at the same time. The original movie was jokingly being a propaganda. The first Borat was supposedly a propaganda for the Kazakh nation. The second one became a genuine propaganda for the left, and let me tell you why. At the end of the movie, you see, I think in the original Borat, you see them do some sort of almost like I think the matadors in Spain, where they run away from bulls, something like that. So they put up a Jewish figure and they're trying to chase him away in the original Borat movie, if I recall correctly, and then they beat on it, take off its nose, something like that. And now in the second movie, they're bringing an AR-15 carrying Karen and another American-looking guy, and they're carrying an AR-15. Then Fauci comes out with the vaccine. The Karen shoots him with the AR-15, and the movie ends with a quote, "Go vote, or else you will be executed." Obviously, the last line is a joke, but when you create a movie that is super anti-conservative, and then you tell people to go vote at the end, the agenda is obvious, okay? Borat 2 is a propaganda movie. Doesn't mean that you can't enjoy it and you wouldn't enjoy it, and I think you should probably watch it. Okay, you should know the things that the right is being criticized for, and you should call it out. Okay, like stupid racists in Trump rallies, or idiotic conspiracy theorists making up ridiculous, easily falsifiable conspiracies. You should watch it for that reason. And again, to enjoy the hilarious comedy that the movie has within it. But you need to take yourself out of it and understand that it is a propaganda piece. Honestly, it is. We obviously know that Sacha Baron Cohen is leaning left. That doesn't mean that the movie is less funny because of it. It just leaves a bad taste in your mouth when it could have been a 10 out of 10 and beaten the original Borat, because our world in 2020 is more hilarious than it was back then. It's more, the simulation has been dialed up to 10. That's the only way I can tell it. The parody section of the simulation has been dialed out to 20. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous right now. And I think the original, the Sacha Baron Cohen of, I think it was, 2006, 2005, when he made the original Borat, would have a field day with 2020. And sadly, he only focused on 50% of it. And it prevented him from making another masterpiece. So again, I'll give this movie an 8 out of 10. The comedy is a solid 9 out of 10. A lot of hilarious skits, a lot of hilarious parts. There's also a funny narrative and a feminist message at the end for those of you that enjoy it. It obviously also makes fun of the left because she makes a comment about mansplaining to her dad, Borat's daughter, and there are some jokes spruced in, but generally the entire movie is mostly anti-conservative. Sadly, they could have made something a lot better, and because the message at the end of it, I think it moved it from being a 9 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10, or even a 7 out of 10, because again, the last message to go out and vote now, after making an obvious caricature of the right and not making fun of the left almost at all, it's a propaganda piece. And it's sad for me to say, because I love everything Sacha Baron Cohen does when it comes to comedy. That's it. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments if you watch the movie. I actually saw Nuance Bro in one of the clips where Borat goes to CPAC, which is it's kind of funny again to see him. It shows you how politically involved the movie is. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of the future content. And make sure to leave your opinions in the comments. What do you guys think of the movie? Have you watched it? Am I making too much of a fuss about it? It's not that bad when it comes to being a propaganda piece. I honestly think it is a propaganda piece, but hilarious nonetheless. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.